We can no longer ignore the climate crisis. The Paris Agreement is dead. We are now in the danger zone. Globally, the weather has become worse. Terrestrial and sea ice is melting faster than it has done in living memory or ever done before. Melting terrestrial ice raises sea levels. Loss of terrestrial ice has implications for global geopolitics. So America is saber-rattling over Greenland and Canada. The global temperature is rising. January 2025 averaged on 0.76 degrees Celsius. How bad can it get? There are still a large number of people who think climate change is BS. We can ignore them. Be mindful. Get on with learning. Survival skills. Home preserving. Homesteading. Prepping. Carry on planting trees. Guerrilla gardening. Edible wild. Plant into nature in your vicinity. And do this as part of a large community group. There is safety in numbers, and working together means you can share a wide number of skills. The fantasy of bugging out is, unless you are super skilled, is suicide. There is no ministry for the future. There is no green economy. The global economy is doubling down on fossil fuels. Britain might be on the edge of two possible futures. If the Gulf Stream continues to weaken, we face sub-zero winters as low as -30 in some places. Britain's climate will be like southern Finland. Agriculture will only be able to support a small population. This scenario will likely trigger a mass exodus from Britain across the Channel. British people become refugees in Europe, seeking a warmer climate. The other scenario is not much better. The winters will be warmer. Under both scenarios, summers will continue to be in the 40s plus. Some influencers, like the Fruitopians, think we will pass through collapse to a flourishing future. As the temperature rises, we might even avoid collapse. The collapse of this civilization is happening now, and it's currently slow. The election of the Trump-Musk alliance is part of the collapse. This is the reality of a situation over which we have no control, I noted. An XR group asking if we need to prep for the future. We do indeed. We need to prep as affinity groups and cooperatively. Part of that preparation is to share allotment and to garden cooperatively and share produce. Learn how to bottle excess food from gluts. Set up rainwater vesting systems for over 1,000 liters of water if you have space. I use old olive barrels. Learn basic survival skills like water purification, fire making, shelter building and foraging, and learn about wild staples. These skills need to be practiced so you become adept. Survival is never guaranteed, but it's better to work cooperatively than alone. Ideally, if a group of people club together to buy land, to live on and work it. But you have to contend with the long fight over planning. Now is the time to adapt and prepare.